Welcome to the Gold Plus Roundup, the monthly show where we review every single Xbox Games with Gold free game, as well as the PlayStation Plus free games for the month. We tell you what's worth your time because time is money. Time is important, and there's a lot of games to play. We'll start out with Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. This game has now been, I think, on every single platform, free in one way or another, in PlayStation Plus or Xbox One, Xbox 360, all that. Honestly, you need to play this game. The game is amazing. It's open world. It's free everywhere. You know, if you're a subscriber, hopefully you grabbed this because it is wonderful. It is massive, and it does get a little complex in regards to the story, but the way that they do open world in this game is phenomenal and also unique. It is unique to the way that open world is done in other games, so I highly recommend this game. Up next, we have Beyond Two Souls. It's a grand idea that sometimes is stulted by odd sets of choices and awkward controls. Play it if you're interested in a strange, non-linear story, and skip it if you're easily frustrated or if jumping around in a timeline isn't for you. Very ambitious game, very great story in my opinion. I recommend it if that's your cup of tea. Up next is Vanquish for Xbox 360, backwards compatible to Xbox One. And Vanquish is a sleeper hit in my opinion. A Japanese-made third-person cover shooter. You don't get that very often. It's got really interesting movement and controls to the game. The way that you move through the levels, the way that your character moves is very interesting in my opinion and unique. It's not the best cover shooter at all. It's not Gears of War basically, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. If you like cover shooters, like third-person cover shooters, then this game is definitely for you. Up next is Rayman Legends, a solid platformer, but maybe too many bells and whistles. Spent far too much time outside of the actual levels trying to get to the next stage than would normally be wanted. Once you're actually playing, though, it's a lot of fun and there's a lot of replayability. If you like platform games, if you haven't played a Rayman game before, definitely check this game out. Rayman's awesome. Streets of Rage, the old school retro game, was put on Xbox 360 and now backwards compatible to Xbox One. I mean, if you haven't played Streets of Rage, it's a beat 'em up, old school arcade beat 'em up game, and you know it's classic. It's really good at what it does. It's retro, but it is very much of the time that it was created. It is, I mean, it's an arcade beat 'em up game. So if you like games like that, if you like, to me, I don't think it's quite as good as like The Simpsons or the X-Men arcade beat 'em ups, but it's a lot of fun and it's a great bit of nostalgia. King Oddball is an entertaining twist on the Angry Birds formula. You're flipping rocks from the King's oddball tongue at various tanks and soldiers. There are several other gameplay modes, but they're all really variants of throwing things at other things to make them go away. The biggest downside in this game is it has one music track. It's really, I don't know, unfortunate that there's more variety on this, or a way to select music, or just different music depending on where you are. That's kind of disappointing, and it works for mobile, but I don't think that it works for traditional gaming. Super Mega Baseball 2 it's baseball. We've reviewed this actually once before. This is the second time reviewing it. If you want to play a arcadey, fun baseball game, this game is great. But if you want simulation, obviously that's not what this thing does. And if you don't like baseball, you may not get into it, but I'll say you'd probably get into this game more than you would the MLB 2K, whatever the f*** it is. You'll get more into this game than you will that. I thought it was fun, but a little lacking in my opinion. It felt like a new version of RBI Baseball on the NES. That's how I felt about it. Risen 3 is a decent pirate RPG with magic. Unfortunately, it is Risen 2 with all of the locations updated. So it's almost a 2.5. Just keep that in mind when you're playing it. It's really pretty for a PS3 title, but the combat's overly exploitable and AI sometimes just walks right up to you, meaning the layers of complexity in regards to swordplay are completely wasted because you can just mash it. The story's all right. If you're looking for a swashbuckling adventure on PS3, this is good. Black Flag is better, but this isn't bad. It's got magic, so it's good. The game Eat Them answers the question, what if you took Rampage and added a character creator and in the 3D world? There are several game modes, from destruction to prisoner rescues and races around the map. It was fun, but honestly, it's really repetitive. I would skip this. Furmins is a Lemmings-style game with objectives in the gameplay, but without all the charm that Lemmings usually has. Furmins just fall and roll, so you manipulate the level element to get them to their destination. Bumpers and timing added to my frustration, so even after I knew the solution, it would take multiple tries to actually implement it. Honestly, it's frustrating where it doesn't need to be frustrating. That's really where this boils down to. If you know the solution, there should be some challenge, but not too much challenge to actually get it done. So let us know what you thought about the PlayStation Plus games and the games with gold for the month of May. Let us know who you thought won, what you thought was the best pick for the month. We'll check you out later.
Thanks for watching This Week in Our Collective Heads. Subscribe over here and click the bell, and that way you'll know about any new videos that we put up, because we put up a lot of gameplay, a lot of stories from games and stuff like that, and gameplay is down here.
Yeah, and you got more editorials and news stuff down here. Check it out.